There's an article about a gentleman called Bob that I read a few years ago. We're talking about debt. My name is Rina Hicks, and you are watching MoneyWise. So Bob lived in a beautiful Leafy suburb in Nairobi. His kids went to a fantastic international school. He drove a BMW X6. But what people did not know is that behind all of that beautiful, really seemingly amazing lifestyle was that he had loans up to his ears. He had a SACCO loan, he had mobile loan debt, he had borrowed money from his friends and from the bank where he worked, to the point where he was facing disciplinary action. And he was wondering, now what do I do? I'm in this cycle of debt. My friends and colleagues have no idea. I seem to be so successful, but I am drowning in debt. And he was facing so much shame as a result of that. And the question is, why would Bob end up in a situation like that? How would he consistently continue to have loans that he keeps taking and he knows he's not able to pay back, to the point where he is drowning? Does this story sound familiar? I think the lifestyle that Bob wanted to live was potentially possible, but he decided to live it too early. And he chose to take on loans to sustain that lifestyle, even when things got tougher and school got more expensive for the kids. And he continued to borrow to sustain that lifestyle. I recognize that there's shame that comes as a result of making certain decisions. For example, if Bob was to move his children from the school they're in to a different school, there's a shame around that. Moving neighborhoods, selling his car, downgrading, and there's a shame around that. But guys, if you need to do that, please do, because it causes peace. Because Bob's current situation, he has no peace. In fact, the question he's asking, how can I settle my situation so that I can gain peace? When I share this case study, whenever I'm with people who we're trying to solve this debt situation, most people say, move the kids, sell your car, move house. And it sounds easy when you say it, but practically it's very tough. I would suggest, if you're in that situation, first of all, begin by changing your friends. Hang around people who will enable you to live authentically. People who understand how to manage their finances that you can learn from, and stop putting up a show. Because the more that you put up a show around who you really are, you live a fake life that is completely difficult to sustain. So let's not live for others who don't even care about where we are coming from or where we are going. Look for people who will accept you for who you really are and who you can lean on and rely on to help you on the journey of where you want to go. Because the longer you sustain this, the longer you deny yourself the possibility of growing your finances. So cut today. Decide today, this is over. It is done. I have to stop this. I'm going to move. I'm going to sell. I'm going to whatever it is that you need to do, so that you make that decision as quickly as possible, because you're denying yourself time. And we've seen that with time and consistency and income of any kind, you can grow wealth. But time can also work against you if you take too long to make that decision. So I wish you all the best as you decide whether you're moving back with your parents, whether you're selling your car, whether you're moving your children's school, whatever change it is that you need to make it quickly. Make that decision quickly. Find a support group to help you on this journey, but make the decision quickly. Forget that shame. We don't care, imagine. We just want you alive and well and peaceful. We don't care about how much you own. So just make the decision, and all the best as you make it. Bye.